Okay, let's get started here. Okay, left off on number 25 on section, what section is this? 6 dash, is it 6? 6 dash 6. Yep, okay, so question number 25. Okay, so they give us, what does this say here? Log base 2 of 4x plus 8. Log base 2 of 4x plus 8 equals what? Equals 5. Okay, so on the last few problems, we were able to get rid of the log on each side. Well, we can't get rid of the log on each side because there's only a log on one side. So here's what I tell students. Most students at this point in this chapter hate logarithms. They hate them, okay? I love them. Most students hate them, okay? So what I tell students is if you don't like logs, get rid of them, okay? Rewrite it without logs. If you don't like logarithms, write it without logs. So what we have here, remember log base 2 of this equals 5, so we're saying base 2 to the 5th has to equal this, 4x plus 8. No more logs, okay? What is 2 to the 5th? 2 times 2 times 2 times 2 times 2. 2 times 2 is 4, times 2 is 8, 16, 32. Now it's a whole heck of a lot easier. Okay, we subtract 8 to each side. 32 minus 8 is 24. It's 4x, we divide by 4, x equals 24 divided by 4, which is 6. Remember though, you need to check your answers with logarithms. If I was to plug in 6, 4 times 6 plus 8 is not negative, so we're good. The answer is 6. Okay, let's look at number 27. 27, so we have the log base 7 of 4x plus 9 has to equal what? 2. So this is the same problem I just did. Write it without logs. 7 to the power of 2 equals 4x plus 9. 7 squared is 49 equals 4x plus 9. Subtract 9 to each side. 49 minus 9 is 40 equals 4x. Divide by 4. 40 divided by 4 is 10. Check your answer. 4 times 10 plus 9 is not negative, so we're good. Okay. Number 29. Okay. So number 29, we have what? Let's see here. Log of 12x minus 9. Log of 12x minus 9 equals what? The log of 3x. The log of 3x. Now this is an easier one. We have a log on each side. They have the same base. Just wipe them out like we did the other day. 12x minus 9 equals 3x. I'm going to subtract 3x to each side. If you do that, you have 12 minus 3 is 9x minus 9 equals 0. Add 9 to each side. 9x equals 0 plus 9, which is 9. Divide by 9, x is 9 divided by 9, which is 1. And again, you should check your answers by plugging 1. 12 times 1 minus 9 is not negative. 3 times 1 is not negative. It's good. So the answer is 1. Okay? All right, number, let's see, it's 29, 30. Next one's 32. I skipped one when I made up the assignment. One I just didn't go over. So 32, problem number 32. Okay, so we have the log base 3 of something. So it's going to be a little bit tougher. Okay, x squared plus 9x plus 27. X squared plus 9x plus 27 equals, I think, 5. X squared plus 9x plus 27, nope, equals 2. And is that base 3? Yes, it is. Okay, so let's rewrite it. We can't just get rid of the log on each side because there's no log over here. Write it without logs. 3 to the power of 2 equals this. X squared plus 9x plus 27. 3 squared is 9. A little bit of review here. This is a quadratic. Quadratics have to equal 0. Subtract 9 to each side. 0 equals x squared plus 9x, 27 and negative 9 is 18. Then we're going to factor this thing. So we draw our two sets of parentheses. X squared is x and x. There's no negative, so it's plus plus. How do you times to 18 but add to 9? 3 and 6. So it looks like our answers are negative 3 and negative 6. Key word, it looks like our answers are those. Might be, might not be. We got to check them. If I was to plug in negative 3 squared is positive 9. 9 times negative 3 is negative 27. Plus 27. We add this up, we get 9. 9's okay, it's not negative. So negative 3 is good. Let's try negative 6. Negative 6 squared is positive 36. 9 times negative 6 is negative 54. Plus 27. 36 minus 54 is negative 18, plus 27 is 9. It's not negative, so they actually both work. So there are two answers of negative 3 and negative 6. Okay? Okay, two more. Number 34. 34 we log base 6 of 3x plus 3 of 6x plus, oops, I get that backwards. Log base 6 of 3x. Okay, make sure you write the problem down, right? Plus log base 6 of x minus 1 equals, log base 6 equals 3. Okay, well, in this case, now we can't just get rid of our logs. Yeah, there are 2 of them, but they're not one on each side. They're on the same side. So, like I said, if you don't like logarithms, well, we got 2 logarithms. Let's write it as 1 logarithm. Then eventually write it with no logarithms, okay? Remember, when you add, you times. So it's the same as log base 6 of 3x times x minus 1. Okay? When we add, we times what we're taking the log of. Okay? Now let's write it without logs. 6 to the third equals 3x times x minus 1. Let's distribute. And 6 to the third is 6 times 6 times 6, which is 216. 3x times x is 3x squared. 3 times negative x is negative 3x. Again, it's a quadratic, so we have to have it equal 0. It's minus 216 each side. So we have 3x squared minus 3x minus 216. And then we factor. I know 3 goes into all of these, so let's factor out of 3 times x squared minus 3 times 1x minus 3 times 72. You can use calculators, okay? 216 divided by 3 is 72. Let's factor it further. So we take our 2 sets of parentheses. X squared is x and x. Last term's negative, so it's a positive times a negative. And how do you times to get negative 72, but add to negative 1? Negative 9 and positive 8. Those times to negative 72, those add up to negative 1. It looks like our 2 answers are negative 8 and positive 9. It looks like it. Let's check. If I was to plug in 9, 3 times 9 is 27. That's not negative, that's good. 9 minus 1 is 8. That's not negative, that's good. If I plug in negative 8, 3 times negative 8 is negative 24. Can't take the log of a negative. Only one answer, 9. Okay? Where did we make our mistake? We didn't. It's just sometimes you get false answers, even if you don't make any mistakes. Okay? Last one, that was 34. The last one, 34, 38. Question number 38. Alrighty, 38. So we have the log base 4 of negative x. Now you're thinking, well, I thought you can't have a negative here. Well, whatever x is going to have to be a negative number. Because if I plug in a negative number number is a positive. So whatever my answers are, they got to be negative on this particular case. Okay, plus log base 4 of x plus 10 equals, log base 4 equals 2. Okay, so again, write it as 1 log. When we add, we times. So that's the same as log base 4 of negative x times x plus 10 equals 2. I just made 2 logs into 1. Now we're going to make it with no logs. 4 to the power of 2 equals this, negative x times x plus 10. 4 squared is 16.
Good morning, Union City High School Chargers. Today is Thursday, April 29th.
Pause here for a second because we have the
and of course,
Pledge of Allegiance.
every day like today is a must-win day.
I'll tell you what, this is negative x
so
squared.
be sure we're stepping
This is
it up
negative 10x.
and giving our best
It's got
effort.
to equal 0.
Ladies and gentlemen, at this time we ask you to stand.
x.
The privilege of the stage has been brought to you by those who
Do
serve
that,
armed
we're going to have x
forces around
squared
the world.
plus 10x
Let us
plus
honor and
16
respect their efforts
is
by
0.
standing,
Let's pause for just a
placing
second
our
here.
hands on our hearts, and reciting the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Okay, let's factor
A
this.
couple of very important announcements this morning.
X squared is
You're
x
still
and x.
interested in the talent
No
show,
negatives, so
please
plus
sign
plus.
up at the media
I
center.
need times the 16, but add the 10,
On May
2
3rd.
and 8. My answers look
A
like
reminder,
negative 2 and
NHS is
negative 8.
hosting a
Let's check.
blood drive this
I plug
Thursday
in
at the
negative 2.
Fieldhouse.
Negative 2 is
Students
positive
16
2. That's
and
good.
older who are interested in
Negative 2 plus
donating
10 is
blood,
positive 8. That's
you are
good.
allowed to do so with
Negative
a
8.
signed
Negative 8 is positive 8. That's good. Negative 8 plus
Please
10
sign
is
up with the
positive 2.
NHS member
Both
by
answers work.
Thursday.
Okay. All right, that's it for this section.
Tomorrow is community cleanup